How's it going, folks? This is Aviel Leos from the Children's Court, coming to you live from Michigan Troll Studios, and I wanted to talk about Jason Lanier. He's a photographer that inspired me to start taking photos. About a year ago, I started watching him. I believe it was about a year ago. I started watching his YouTubes, and recently, I've been hearing, and he's come under fire for a lot of allegations, a lot of this Me Too stuff, and I think it's really just sad that he's going through this. I gotta say again, like, the models that he's used inside the past years. See, I just kind of stumbled upon him about a year ago, and I started watching him with Emily. So that was what, I came into it on. But I went back and I started watching some of his, more prime videos, and not to say that the new videos aren't great, because they are. Emily's a great model. But I started going back and I started watching the videos where Allie was in them, La Lunetta, I forget what her real name is, Jade, a few other models. But today, they're calling him a rapist. It's crazy, a pedophile, all kinds of names. And obviously, I'm just taken aback, and I'm disappointed in those girls, because if you watch the videos, and especially for somebody like me who's watching them all recently, like they're new. Like, I just started watching the older videos like maybe a month ago. So I'm watching them fresh, with fresh eyes, and I'm looking at all of these videos, and then I'm watching these girls talk about it happened to me too. And I'm like, are you crazy? Like, who's going to believe this mess? You can literally watch the videos and see them having the times of their lives, enjoying every moment of being with Jason inside the photo shoots. You can see Jade Galloway and Jason Lanier just goofing around on camera like brother and sister, literally, like literal brother and sister, like cracking jokes on each other, talking shit, excuse my language. And, everybody's just loving the atmosphere. Now, he can be kind of lame at times. Don't get me wrong. He's not just the raddest dude on the planet, but he's good at what he does, and he was inspirational. Allie was inspirational to me. Every time I seen a video with Allie on it, I knew it was going to be, like, lit. When I seen La Lunetta, I knew it was going to be lit. Because I knew these are some of his top models. For some odd reason, and I'm assuming that it's, disgruntled ex-employees probably angry because he's not doing what he used to do, or because he's moved on from them. Who knows? I don't know what the backdrop is, but what I do know is, as far as I could see, Jason was nothing but cool to those girls. He was nothing but a great guy to those girls. He gave those girls a lifestyle that they wouldn't have had otherwise. He made them into household names. And the things he gets is, you are a pedophile, or you slept in a room with me. What? Just ridiculousness. And I was actually going back and forth with Allie and some of her supporters on her page, because I follow her on Instagram. I just started following her, watching old 4-year-old videos, 4 or 5-year-old videos of Jason Lanier, telling me to go follow her at the end of every video. So I just started following her, and to my surprise and disappointment, she's calling him a rapist now. And let me just be clear, she didn't call him an exact rapist, but for some reason she's trying to implement whatever situation she had into this Me Too thing that's going on, which is evil, which is sick and twisted. Have a little integrity, lady. This dude literally made you a top model, a supermodel damn near, and the thanks he gets from you is he tried to groom me to be a sex slave. I don't understand what it is that you're really trying to say. and a bunch of it's just like in Hollywood, the Me Too movement, the fake version of it, because some of the girls really went through things. There's proof that Harvey Weinstein was, putting women inside uncomfortable positions. But with Jason Lanier, we're going off of just pure he say, she say. There's, with all the video cameras and the recording going on within that sphere, that workspace, you would think that there would be one iota of proof, one scintilla of proof that he did something wrong, and yet we've got, six, I think about 4 or 5 or 6 different models just expecting. One of them had I think Allie had the hashtag believe women. So we're supposed to just believe that this guy who raised you women up from nothing and made you internationally known models, we're supposed to just believe that he was sexually abusive to you guys after you stopped working with him, which you did for multiple years. Like, who the hell would keep going to work with somebody who's sexually abusing them? I don't understand. Like, Jade is trying to say he's a pedophile, but she also says he didn't try anything with me until I was 18. I mean, if you're 18, you're an adult now. He's no longer, even if he did, and I'm not saying that he did anything inappropriate with Jade, but even if he did, you can't call him a pedophile because you're an adult. And this is what we got to stop doing. We got to stop treating 18-year-old women like they're 10-year-olds. People like to talk about 18-year-olds and 19-year-olds like they're kids. You're not a kid when you're 18 years old. You're not a kid when you're 19 years old. You can do very adult things. You can go to war. You can buy cigarettes. You can do all kind of stuff. So, no, you weren't kids. You understood what you were getting into. The model life is very wild, fun. I've seen Allie and Jade at a Sony Artesian event with him. They were up on top of New York, lights flaring everywhere, taking pictures, drinking. They were having a great time. So this was the lifestyle they were leading, which is wild. Being I believe, and it's not supposed to be a robotic thing. Like music, the music industry is not supposed to be a robotic thing. There's rock and roll. There's a lot of industries that are just full of nightlife, full of beautiful women, full of just, situations that any woman today could flip and turn into some kind of sexual assault. Now, like I said to the guy on Allie's page, like, these are models. Even if Jason was like, hey, let me take you to dinner later, I mean, you just say no. And if you feel like you're being sexually abused, you just don't go back. You say he was a creep, I'm not going back. You don't keep working for him for years, and then after you stop working with him for a few years, you call him a rapist and a pedophile. That's ridiculous. No way I'm believing that stuff. I'm not going to believe women. You need to have some type of proof. There's enough men going to prison today over this Me Too movement bullshit with no proof. Bill Cosby's in prison right now over accusations with no proof. There's no proof that he did anything. Harvey Weinstein is a free man, and there's proof that he was putting women in, he was propositioning women, and he was taking advantage of his status to, make women do sexual things for him, put them inside uncomfortable situations. There's no proof that Jason Lanier did anything like that. There's only proof that he was taking you women all across the world and taking beautiful pictures of you. Calling Jason, and I'm just speaking inside the context of him actually doing something wrong, what they consider wrong, which is making a pass at them. That even wouldn't be wrong. It would literally be like, hardcore porn movie being made, chicks just taking it, dropping it, got baby oil on the ass, taking it in the ass, taking it in the front. Excuse my language. I'm just being graphic for the sake of trying to just describe the type of situation. Then at the end of it, she just takes a hot load all over the face, licking it, swallowing it, keeps on slobbing on it. And then after she's done, one of the people on the set is like, hey, you looked hot out there. Can I take you out for dinner? And she's like, this is rape. It's essentially the same thing. If you're taking pictures of beautiful women all day, and you happen to, one of them happens to grow on you, and you decide to take your shot, that's not rape. That's not inappropriate. That's not somebody inside a higher position taking advantage of somebody. Now, if they say no and he starts saying, you'll never work in this town again if you don't, give me a fellatio, that's different. But they're trying to make normal human interaction into something sexual. And I'm talking about specifically more so with Allie. Allie and Jade, because those are the only ones that I have any actual information on. Jade, I just don't see it happening. They didn't seem to have a sexual aura at all. It seemed like a brother and a sister fucking joking around and fooling with each other more than anything else. Allie never seemed like anything more than an employee. I just don't understand where the Me Too stuff came at. To me, it seems like an attempt at a payout, an attempt at a check, and to diminish or to ruin somebody who's just decided to move on from them, which is a shame, because I think they created something beautiful on that YouTube page, Jason Lanier's YouTube page. They inspired thousands, probably millions of people to do what they do. Jade is not Jade. Allie is she was one of the front page models for this dude. Like, she was one of his top models that he used, along with La Lunetta, and it just sucks to me. I was trying to tell her that, like, do you understand what you're doing? You're ruining all of that history over nothing, over something stupid as sleeping in the same hotel room. Okay, if it was inappropriate, you just don't go anymore. You don't you don't keep on working with him for years and then decide after you're not working with him anymore that he tried to rape you or something. It's stupid. Don't ruin all of that history because you're angry and you wanted to jump on a bandwagon with a few other disgruntled models that he didn't want to work with anymore. That's so stupid. You lowered yourself to the level of them, and now I'm looking at you as the same kind of trash as them if you keep on going with this. And that goes for Jade too. I don't know the other models. The other models are more than likely just trying to get on board so they could get a piece of the check when it gets cut, if it ever came to a point where he settled out of court with them so they would stop harassing him and his family. I think the more models that get on are just gonna just doing it for a piece of the pie. You know what I'm saying? And I honestly believe that's why Allie's doing it. Cause listen, I don't know what happened behind the scenes, but when I called her out on it, she did say I never said he raped me. I never said he sexually abused me. She said both of those things. But she's, for some reason, trying to make us believe that he did something inappropriate to her by them sleeping in the same hotel room or some silly shit like that. That's how it goes when you're trying to get off the ground. I'm a photographer now. If I want to take a model to another state to take pictures, guess what? She's not getting her own room unless she can pay for it. But she could come sleep in my room, sleep on the floor. Maybe I sleep on the floor. She take the bed, something like that. Shit's gonna be real. You know what I'm saying? Shit's gonna be. That might just be how it is. Maybe he just doesn't want to buy you a room. Maybe he's like, if you're coming with me, you could sleep on my floor. I could save a couple of $1,000s a night. That's how the shit goes. Excuse my language. You're not dealing with a multi-million-dollar corporation. I could see if it was Sony, you know what I'm saying? The Sony executive was making you sleep in the same room with him. But this is the way it goes out here, man. I just don't understand. I don't think that it was that serious for her to join a Me Too movement against Jason Lanier because she slept in the same hotel room with him. That's crazy. And if you listen to his side of the story, you had a futon or, you know, whatever the hotel uses to sleep on. So, if you were feeling some type of way, why didn't you just make it known that you felt some type of way? And he probably would have said, well, I won't take you. I'll take somebody else. That's the nature of the business. I mean, don't do something that you're going to feel uncomfortable with. You weren't inside some underground sex ring that you would have died if you tried to escape. So don't try to ruin some man's life because you didn't like the accommodations one time when y'all went to some other country or state and you enjoyed yourself and had the time of your life and took beautiful pictures. It's so ungrateful. And it makes me sick that women today feel like that it doesn't matter what a man does for you. After he stops, you're just going to say he raped you or did something inappropriate. It doesn't even have to be rape anymore. All he has to do is make you feel uncomfortable. And, you know, you can decide you're going to try and ruin his life and make him pay you money. It's a joke. Allie, you're a joke for this. I hope you turn around and stop, just like I told you on your page. Jade, I hope you stop because you contradicted yourself calling him a pedophile and then saying he never tried anything until you were 18. Just stop. I'm 100% with Jason Lanier on this. You guys are disgruntled. You're being evil and cynical because Jason's moved on, and M is the golden child. M can be whatever he needs her to be. He doesn't need 100 models anymore. This woman literally can be anything he wants her to be. Her face is so chameleon-like, and she's beautiful. I'm just saying, she can transform into... Sometimes I don't even know it's her. And I think a lot of the older models are jealous of that. They don't like the fact that he's using her more than anybody else, or they just don't like the fact that he's moved on to her and that he's satisfied with her, and they decide they're going to get him back. It's terrible. So I want Jason to know that he has support out here from not just me, but thousands of people that follow him. I don't think that there are too many people that are jumping on this Me Too movement with those ex-models. It's a terrible situation. I really hope Allie and Jade come back from it. I doubt they will, because they've already gone too far to take it back now. They'll never work with Jason again. Who knows? He's got a big heart. Maybe if they did turn around and apologize, maybe one day he would be like, okay, all is forgiven. But either way, they don't get any points from me for trying to destroy a man who gave them everything. So I'm going to leave it there. I know some of you guys probably don't know who Jason Lanier is. You should definitely check him out if you're into photography. You'll learn a lot and it'll inspire you. So get in the comments, let me know what you think about the Me Too movement in general. And if you think it's going too far, if you think people are just doing a little bit too much, as I do, or if you believe these girls, or if you generally just believe women whenever they say they've been raped or inappropriately, spoken to, or put in a I don't even know what to call it anymore. Whatever they decided rape is, that's what it is. So get in the comments, let me know what you guys think. I'll talk to you guys later. Peace.
Black country, young rebels, revolutionaries fighting for what's right. Your thrones are too high, you need to come back down to earth. We're real people, you fall, we still see you. You're lost, we won't leave you, I promise that. What the hell does it mean to act your own age? I said forget what's sin, I make my own wave. Prodigy went to his grave, trying to save you niggas from yourself. Black contra men are brave.